Hey, what's up guys and gals? My name is Rick 9G. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be talking about the Three Stooges. More specifically about their 81st Stooge short from Columbia Pictures, which is called Gents Without Sense. It released September 22nd, 1944, and filming took place between June 14th and the 16th of 1944. If you're a fan of the Stooges, don't forget to browse my channel. There's a link in the description below where you can watch all of the previous Stooge shorts, all 80 of them before this one, where I go into details, behind the scenes stuff, so make sure to check those out. Now this short is an interesting one because we have Moe, Larry, and Curly, and they're inspired stage comics. Now, they marry three beautiful dancers, and they're hired to perform at a wartime benefit. Remember, this was actually during World War II, so they love to use American propaganda to kind of support the troops in their own way, and so they incorporated that itself into the story. Now, the wartime benefit that they had was for shipyard employees. Now, the Stooges' performance of the burlesque classic Niagara Falls, I'm sure you're all familiar with that. It was also seen in an early episode of I Love Lucy, the ballet, where Lucy does kind of a skit with a clown. Now, going back to the Niagara Falls here, that was actually filmed 1 year earlier for the Columbia feature Good Luck, Mr. Yates in 1943. And so they incorporated that into this short, essentially with a story around it, and they made that footage work. Now, when the footage itself hit the cutting room floor, the director, who was Jules White, he rescued the unused film and made a story around it, which is pretty cool. Now, there's a lot of interesting things. I mean, I would even say the actual short was a little bit unusual because of all the singing and dancing. So if you ever want to show someone the Stooges and they've never seen it, don't show them this one because this is a little atypical, and there's a lot of good ones that kind of represent what the Stooges do, and if you're a huge fan, then definitely watch it. But I wanted to draw a little bit attention to a specific thing, and that is a filming location. Now, you do see Moe, Larry, Curly in the car. They're driving down the road, and they have three girls with them. And I know a lot of you may think or wonder where this was. Maybe it was a soundstage, maybe it was a real street. Well, you may be surprised to find out the answer. Now, the road in which the Stooges were on here, it's called River Road. Now, it is known as Forest Lawn Drive, near Forest Lawn Cemetery. Now, it is near the Providencia Ranch, and you may know that it is the same location for a shot where they were driving a truck down the street in another Stooge short called Oily to Bed, Oily to Rise. Yep, they use the same street, but it's not really recognizable because it was used at another time and there's a different story, so it kind of just passes you by without even really realizing it. Now, when Curly is out of the car and just in front of it, you can easily see the River Road as well as Providencia Ranch, and that is in the background of the photo, basically in that deserted area. Now, it's still kind of deserted, but there's a lot more technology, a lot more signs of modern life. For example, electric poles and that big fat sign, the entrance essentially to Forest Lawn Memorial Park, which was before Providencia Ranch. And so it's really interesting to note that they just need a large strip of road, and it wasn't that far from the studio. It was in the general vicinity, so they could easily go there and film this shot there. This is a zoomed out area of the Los Angeles area. You have Highland Park up here to the north in Pasadena, and then you have two forest lawns. This is Forest Lawn Glendale. You even have the fires pointed out here, which is pretty crazy. But if you zoom in here, this is essentially Forest Lawn Cemetery, and we can come in, we can even get more of a 3D view. Here's another view, essentially Forest Lawn over here. You see the hills. It's pretty much deserted here, but you can see Warner Brothers Studio. It's very close to Forest Lawn. So if we zoom in to kind of the entrance here, you see the LA River kind of comes alongside, and what I want to come to is essentially this windy road. And this is what we're talking about with the Stooges. Of course, you see all these telephone poles and things like that. This is essentially where they were going to build the original Disneyland, kind of in the Burbank area. But if we come this way and we come a little bit forward into the entrance of Forest Lawn, this is essentially the road that the Stooges were on. Remember, Providencia Ranch back here, the beautiful entrance of Forest Lawn. I have been here. I recorded that previously in other videos. But this is essentially where we believe the Stooges were. They're along this road. Remember, if you kind of cut out the poles and stuff and you just look at the shrubbery, this or a lot of the remnants of what was back then, you could see it's not a super populated area. Yes, there are cars here. But what I mean is this whole area is open, and you can imagine with the actual cemetery not here, you can see the mountains here, and you can even see some of the mountains in the short themselves. So it's pretty cool to be able to kind of see where this was, where this filming location was. This area here are left untouched. So I hope this is enjoyable to you to see where this once was, and to see, you know, how this was repurposed essentially, and where this short was filmed. So I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you do by giving this video a big thumbs up. More Stooges are on the way, and I do appreciate your support as always. We'll see you next time, and don't forget everyone to stay positive, and most importantly, be hopeful. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters, especially my Diamond tier patrons: David D, Jerry D, Citizen Kane 359, Kevin K, Russ C, Sally N, and Vito L. If you want to be on this Patreon list, make sure to check out the links in the description below. Thanks so much.